Hey guys, Unclejona here, back with another beer review. Yeah, you know how we do things. And I'm gonna say sup, my people, because this is Whiplash, the SUP Porter. Um, there we go. And guess what? Whiplash are ridiculous because they have this lady. Now, I did a bit of research into this avant-garde surrealist kind of painter, or I don't know if she really paints stuff. She's a designer more than anything else. Her name is Sophie Devere, and she does all the labels for Whiplash. And this dude is some. It looks like some old Irish dude with his face removed, but it kind of looks like a sort of duck or something like that, a duck face. But she has, yeah, the last few ones she's had people with their heads cut off and various different things in placement of where their heads should be. So this is no different. They look a bit like cheesy Watsits, but white ones, or cheese puffs, whatever you call it. Anyway, it's a porter. You know I love a porter. 5% on the ABV, and it says brewed by Whiplash in Dublin, unchilled, filtered, unpasteurised, vegan, no doubt. We've got water, barley, oats, hops, and yeast. Yeah, so we've definitely got oats in here. And you pregnant ladies, you're banned from drinking this beer because you're preggers. You can't drink beers when you're preggers. Well, I tell you this much: if I was preggers, I'd be drinking beers, but shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Especially those pregnant ladies. Ooh, oh, I knew this one was gonna jizz a little bit, but I was prepared. I put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes before before I started doing this review. Okay, let's get it into the glass. I'm imagining this is probably going to have a bit of a head on it, so I'm going to go a little bit gently. Gently for the pregnant ladies. There we go. I know you guys like a bit of a porter. Shall we have it with the sup? What's up? What's up? Or shall we have it with the duck man? Let's put duck man on the thing. Now look at that. That looks pretty black, but as I've said a few times, look at the bottom there. It's definitely not fully black. It's a porter. It's not a stout or a stout porter. This is just a normal porter. At least 2 fingers, 2 and a bit, 2.5 maybe. Off-white head this time. I know lately we get the lovely head. And look at those bubbles. They are quite big. So this is not a nitrogen porter. Nitro porter. Sounds like a kind of 80s cop show or something. Nitro porter. Anyway, let's get into this bad boy. Oh, quite sweet. Has the aroma of a kind of like a rum and coke or a brandy and coke or something like that. Quite sweet. Bit of fruit in there as well. I'm getting plums, dates, that kind of thing on the aroma. Dark sugar, molasses. This very much reminds me of a braggot that I had many years ago. Many moons have passed in the celestial year, Since I went to visit my good buddy Zippy, Zippy Seal, Zippy Viking, this smells very much like the beer he made, which exploded in some people's houses. Not mine. Darren, if you're watching this, do you remember that exploding beer? That's what this smells like. Ooh, not so sweet. Well, it's a bit dark, like that toffee, cracked toffee. Have you ever had that? And then now we're getting the kind of the rum, the port, maybe even a bit of sherry, perhaps. This is interesting. This is an old school kind of drink. Definitely a porter. Borderline a winter warmer with some spice and sort of weird things in, but the fact it's got oats in it kind of doesn't make huge amount of sense to me. But yeah, mouthfeel's kind of there. It's not so silky smooth as perhaps you might think whilst using oats. Oh, there is a bit of creaminess there too. I did leave a little bit because of that head of doom, which is good because it means we get a second go. And there we have it. That is the end of the SUP. The SUP, what's up? SUP, SUP on a daily basis. Who knows? I actually think this is very nice. It is not like your normal porter. It is definitely not like a honey porter. It's not that kind of sweetness. It comes from the darkness, the dark fruit. But there is a tiny bit of coffee in there as well. A microcosm, a minute amount of coffee. And yeah, it's dark, it's sweet, but it's not obscenely sweet. This is unlike a normal porter, to be perfectly honest. And at did we say the alcohol? Yeah, 5% of the ABV. Not to be taken too lightly, but at the same time, it's quite easy drinking, as I'm sure I've proved over the last, how long are we doing? The last 8 or so minutes. Very, very nice indeed. Now, the Whiplash Brewery are from Ireland, of course. They are from, let me see, Dublin. So easily found. Whoops. Let's turn it back to the headless dude once again. Dublin beer, and obviously Dublin is a difficult place to serve dark beers because you have a certain unnamed dark beer which everyone has across the whole world. So you have to do something extra special, extra different. And this one, I think, fits quite nicely into that. It's not roasty, or at least not stout roasty. This is definitely porter. Really nice. I like the way that some porters, such as this one, fit very nicely between mild, especially, well, dark mild, and stout porter, which everyone just calls stout these days, which is obscenely roasty. In fact, those two, mild is pretty roasty as well. But this fits really well between the two. It is mellow, but at 5%, I believe stronger than Guinness at the moment, because Guinness is 4 something, I think. Although that varies, it goes up and down depending on the rates. You understand, it's all to do with the rates, all to do with the government, which in Ireland is well, Northern Ireland especially, is fucked up, shall we say. Nobody can understand and nobody can agree. It's absolutely ridiculous. Whereas in Southern Ireland, it's all a bit more mellow. And I'll drink to that, guys. Ooh. Guys, this has been Unclejona here, surfing across the Irish Sea to Ireland to drink their beer, so you don't have to. Please click like on this video. Clicking like really does me a favour, so please do it. Do it now, in fact. Click subscribe if you haven't done already, because you'll miss the Unclejona madness if you don't click like. And make sure you click that bell, because apparently clicking the bell tells the bosun on the sea that Unclejona needs to upload a new video. We'll be back tomorrow, so please tune in, and we'll see what we can do. I'm sure we can find something to drink. Come on, and yeah, guys, make sure you go out and drink some beers.